So I want to tell you how exactly I made futures trading so much easier, how it clicked, and how that mindset shift allowed me to afford this beautiful $1.4 million house and these two cars. First thing first, when I was getting into futures trading, I would always be hopping from Discord to Discord, seeing which one would help me the most. And to be honest, none of them really helped me because I'd pay like $1,000 and they would just ghost me. They wouldn't even answer my questions. Yes, at first they would, but then they would ghost me. And that was getting really, really annoying. So I figured, you know what? Let me just learn myself and see what I could do. And when I started putting pieces together and creating my own strategy, my own edge, and started holding my trades and all that psychological stuff, that's what really clicked for me. I know at first you're not going to get it because, you know, when you want to hold your trades, you're going to want to panic sell. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, you have a price target of $1,000 and you're risking $200 and you see $100, you take it. I know that feeling. You got to get used to it though, size less, trim along the way, and hold to your target, because the most important thing here is making sure losses are nothing to you. And for losses to be nothing to you, you got to have big wins. Big wins are a big part of risk management. Risk the same every time, unless obviously it's a very heavy news driven day or like it's something like OPEX. But other than that, size normally and compound your gains slowly. You know, you win $1,000 and you risk 200. Next trade, just risk like 220 or 250, and you'll get better and better gradually. You're not gonna always hit big wins like this. Sometimes I hit those 1 RR trades. I take it. You take what the market gives you. You take what the chart gives you, and you exit based on the chart, not based on dollar amount. Doing that is gonna ensure that you're sustainable and that, you know, you're profitable. Another thing that I really like that really helped me was just taking so few setups a day. Like, I would literally take like 1, 2, 3 setups a day, and that's what clicked for me. But before, I was taking 5, 10, even 15 trades. You know what that led to? Over trading, revenge trading, FOMO, blown accounts. That's what that got me. I realized that, you know what, if I catch like 1 or 2 big trades a day, that's all I really need. Because let's be honest, like, if you catch a 5 RR trade, you risk 200 to make a grand. That's good. Now you need 5 losses to wipe that out, and that's just 1 win. There's been days where I had like 2 5 RR plus trades in a day. As a matter of fact, earlier this week, I think I broke it down a trade where I made like, I think it was like 4 grand on oil itself, risking $400 to make 4 grand. It hit a 10 RR and it went so clean. I just held because the chart told me to, and I put my stop loss to break even, and I trailed it to break even before I slept. And when I woke up, it obviously hit my target. You gotta trail your stops too. You can't just let your stops, you can't let your trades go red. It's cool to not panic sell, but at the same time, don't let your trades go red. That's another part. I see people being up like $400 and they let it go red because it didn't hit $1,000. No, you do not do that. You trim along the way, you secure your profits, and you let your runners go. Your runners are gonna be where a lot of bread is made. So that's what's gonna be important, letting those runners run, and of course, trailing your stop to runners. And I do wanna say, locking myself out after 2 losses helps so much. I notice a lot of the times when I have 2 losses in a row, the next session I'll make it back. I usually make it back with 1 trade, because minimum, obviously not all the time, sorry. Obviously not all the time you're gonna get a 2 RR, but you're gonna get a 1 RR, sometimes even less depending on the chart. But a lot of the times I do get a 2 RR. That's my minimum, I notice. Even 3 is not that hard for me to get if the market is doing good, or even if it's doing bad. I've been noticing I can get at least a 2 RR and I'll make my loss back. Do not rush to make your loss back. When you rush to make your loss back, that's when stuff gets bad. That's when you start revenge trading, FOMOing, and you cannot let a loss ruin your day. When you let a loss ruin your day, you feel like you have to oversize or do something to make it back. You shouldn't have to do that. You play regularly. Just play regularly. It's like a game of probability. You win some, you lose some. Your wins should be way bigger than your losses, because that's what's gonna keep you green. I literally had a trade last week where I need 12 losses in a row to wipe it out. Imagine that. So you need 12 losses in a row just to start from square one off that trade. So once you guys realize that, that's when stuff will click. And I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to brag saying that I got a house and cars at this age because of that. I'm trying to inspire you guys and motivate you guys that you can do it too, but you cannot let your psychology overcome you. And I got free strategies on my videos. I've broken down so many trades, and I've walked people through so many trades. I even do it on live in my Discord. But if you want to do it for free, there's trade breakdowns on my channel for completely free, where you can learn from and you can see why I hold to target and what my targets are and where I trail my stops. So once you guys apply this concept, apply this system, you're gonna be such a better trader. It's gonna be crazy. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I'll answer them. I don't leave anything unresponded. I like helping people, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and have a good trading journey.